friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing this New Year's acrylic painting titled God Will Provide, which is Jehovah Jireh, inspired by the book of Genesis, chapter 22, verse 13 to 14. This is a peaceful winter painting created with simple acrylic techniques. Let me share the painting process with you. I'm working on an 8 by 10 canvas for this painting. I started the background using phthalo blue mixed with white, creating a soft winter sky. I wanted the background to feel calm and quiet, like a peaceful winter morning. The background was dry. I drew the birdhouse and tree branches directly on the canvas. To paint the branches, I mixed burnt umber with a little black. I kept the paint thick and textured to give the branches a rough and natural look. You will lead me through the fire, and in darkest night, you were close like no. Thank you so much for painting with me today or for simply watching this process. And I have lived in the goodness of God. Yeah. And all my life you have been faithful. Oh, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able. Next, I mixed dark green with black and used a liner brush to flick the paint onto the branches, creating a fine foliage. I repeated the same technique by adding white to the dark green to create lighter greens, flicking the paint over the same areas to build depth and fullness. I continued layering, adding even more white to make the foliage lighter and more dimensional. If you are enjoying this tutorial, I would love it if you could like and comment. It truly encourages me. Then, using white acrylic paint, I added snow resting on the branches, placing it gently here and there to keep it natural.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. And all my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the good.
To paint the birdhouse, I mixed black into dark blue to create a deeper shade and began painting the walls.
And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You will lead me through the fire, and in darkest night, you were close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Yeah. And all my life you have been faithful. Oh, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after.
As I continued, I added more black and brown into the blue in layers, giving the birdhouse an old rustic look.
It's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running.
I kept the area under the roof darker than the rest of the walls to create shadow and depth.
Your goodness is running, it keeps running after me. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing.
For the bottom plank, I used darker brown and blackish stone to ground the structure.
And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God.
I painted the wood underneath the birdhouse, mixing red oxide in burnt umber. Then I added black for more depth and variation.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. And all my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You will lead me through the fire, and in darkest night, you were close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness.
Next, I added white to the brown and shaped the opening of the birdhouse where the birds go in and out. Then I filled the circle with black.
Life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me.
Around the birdhouse, I added more branches, repeating the same pattern I used earlier, like darker green flakes, followed by the lighter green, brown, and white.
Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. 'Cause your goodness is running, it keeps running after me. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able.
At this point, I realized I forgot to turn on the recording on when I started painting the winter berries.
'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so.
Please feel free to share this video with someone who may need a little encouragement today. You never know who might need this message. To paint the berries, I simply used a dotting motion, making small circular shapes to form each berry. Then I added darker red to give the berries more depth and dimension.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy
Using white paint, I added snow dripping
all
from the
my
roof
day.
edges and
I've been
softly
held
around the birdhouse.
from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me
You will
continue
let me
creating
through the
faith based art
fire
and sharing these moments
and
with you.
darkness. You were close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Yeah. And all my life you have been faithful. Oh, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered.
May this new year be filled with peace, faith, and God's provision.
Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered.
I drew three cardinals and started with a red base coat.
Your goodness is running
I
after,
mixed yellow into the red to create a darker orange shade and added it to the head and wings for shading.
and all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing. Oh, 'cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able.
Thank you for being part of this journey and for helping spread peace, hope, and God's love through art. I painted the beaks using black paint.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me all my
To
days.
create falling
I've been
snow,
held
I watered
in your
down a
hand
white paint, loaded it
from the
onto a
moment that I
brush, and
wake
gently tapped it
until I
against
lay
another
my
brush.
head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
This creates a soft, natural snowfall effect. I also added more white around the birdhouse opening and roof for extra highlights.
That I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice.
Lastly, I added the Bible verse Jehovah Jireh, God will provide, from the book of Genesis, chapter 22, verse 13 to 14.
I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Yeah. And all my life you have been faithful.
This finished painting represents God's provision, care, and faithfulness. Just as He cares for these birds and provides for them, how much more does He care for you and me? Even in winter season, God provides shelter, hope, and new beginning. As we step into a new year, let us walk in faith, trusting that Jesus is our provider, keeping our eyes fixed on Him.